Good evening, my dear students. I am Dr. Deepak More, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya, Chapoli. Today we are going to study about the remaining part of word classes. Branch number 2, closed word classes. In this branch there are 2 points. These are to be as follows. Number 1, main verbs and auxiliary verbs. And second, interjunction. Part number 5, main verbs. Main verbs. The word verb came from Latin word verbum, means to work. It is the most dominant or important word in every sentence. Without verb in the sentence cannot indicate meaning, that is, meaningless sentence. It is a word that tells us something about a person or thing. It expresses an action or existence of a person or thing in every sentence. For example, Gita sings a song. Sings indicate main verb. The story is narrated by the teacher. Is narrated is auxiliary verb and narrated is a main verb in this sentence. Then kinds of verbs. There are 2 kinds of verbs, that is, number 1, main verbs, and second, auxiliary verbs. Number 1, main verbs. Generally there are 4 kinds of verbs. Number 1, transitive and intransitive verbs. 2, regular and irregular verbs. 3, dynamic and stative verbs. 4th, linking and phrasal verbs. We can study in detail like the following manner. Number 1, transitive and intransitive verbs. The verbs that take an object are called transitive verbs. Listen carefully, I will repeat this sentence. The verbs that take an object are called transitive verbs. For example, he kicks the ball. The ball is an object also, and the verb take an object in the sentence. The verbs do not take an object are called intransitive verbs. Do not take an object. For example, the dog barks. There is no object in this sentence. That is why it may be called intransitive verbs. She laughs. There is no object in this sentence. Number 2, regular and irregular verbs. The verbs which suffixed d, d or ed form in past participle form are called regular verbs. They are also called weak verbs. For example, play, played, played, suggested, suggested. The verbs which are without having d or ed participle change their forms in the past participle are called irregular verbs. But then, what is meant by irregular verbs? The verbs which are without having d or ed participle change their forms in the past participle are called irregular verbs. They are also called strong verbs. For example, know, knew, noun, go, went, gone, come, came, come, take, took, taken, etc. Kind number 3, dynamic and stative verbs. The verbs which can be used in the continuous form and can fit in the be plus ing plus ing participle form are called dynamic verbs. For example, they are speaking English. They are speaking English. Are is a form of to be and ing speaking is ing participle. That is why it may be called dynamic verbs. They are speaking English. The verbs which are not used in the continuous form that is verb plus ing, are called stative verbs. The verbs which are not used in the continuous form is called stative verbs. For example, they know English. They know English without ing participle, without uh, auxiliary verb also. Number 4, linking and phrasal verbs. Verbs which join the subject and complement in a sentence are called linking verbs. For example, she is a doctor. A doctor is a complement, subject complement. Who is doctor? She is doctor. She is a dancer. She is an actress. These are the complement also. Dancer, actress are complements. The verbs which are used with a preposition or adverb are called phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. An old woman brought up the orphan child. The phrasal verb is to be brought up. Verb plus preposition is equal to phrasal verb. Brought up. Brought is the main verb and up is a preposition. Verb plus preposition is equal to phrasal verb. Then auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs help the main verb in the form of sentence, distinguishing them in different persons, numbers, moods, voices, and tenses. For example, he is a doctor. Is a main verb. Number 2, he is teaching Hindi literature. Is teaching. Is an auxiliary verb and teaching is a main verb. These verbs work both as a main verb and as auxiliary verbs. There are two kinds of auxiliary verbs. These are number 1, primary auxiliaries, and second one, modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries. To be, to do, and to have are primary auxiliaries with all their forms. Number 1, to be. Is, am, are, was, were, will be, shall be, etc. To be verbs is, am, are, was, were, will be, and shall be. Then number 2, to do. Do, does, did, shall do, and will do. Number 3, to have. Have, has, had, small have, shall have, will have. Then number 2, kind number 2, modal auxiliaries. In English, modals are purely auxiliaries and they are not used as main verbs. But only two modal auxiliaries, need and dare, can serve as main verbs. Modals are used to express ability, necessity, permission, possibility, probability, command, request, promise, compulsion, formal wish, and expectations, etc. In English, modal auxiliaries are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, used to, dare to, and need, etc. I will repeat each and every examples. In English, modal auxiliaries are shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, used to, dare to, and need, etc. Then point number A, interjection. Interjection means exclamation. An interjection is a word which expresses some sudden feelings, emotions, surprise, joy, grief, etc. An interjection is a word which expresses some sudden feelings, emotions, surprise, joy, and grief, etc. In grammatical ways, they are not related with one part of a sentence. Exclamatory mark should be used after the interjection. For example, alas, exclamation, oh, what, hurry, 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 joy, yay, well done, oh my god, expresses some sudden feelings and emotions. These words expresses sudden feelings and expressional emotions also.